Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Michael Mastro. We're going to look at the transformational Vedic astrology chart from Mick Jagger, who was born in 1943, July 26th at 2:30 in the afternoon. If you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the constellation associated with Taurus rising at 20 degrees. 20 degrees becomes the most effective point of every house. Any planet like Mars, like Mercury, Rahu, and K2, and Venus, they are within 5 degrees of that most effective point, and they have a lot of power in his chart. Now, when we look at a chart in transformational Vedic astrology, we look at the Multrikona signs and the houses they're in. Each one of these triangles is a house. And we're using sidereal zodiac, not the Western tropical zodiac. So many of the planets rule 2 signs, but a planet feels more at home, more comfortable with its Multrikona sign. For example, Taurus is ruled by Venus as well as Libra, but Libra becomes the Multrikona sign. Libra is all about relationships. Venus is all about relationships. So it's more closely connected with Libra. Then you have for example, Mars. Mars rules Aries and it rules Scorpio. Mars is all about action, and so is Aries, and not so much Scorpio. So Mars more connected to Aries, etc. So Saturn rules 2 houses, but it's more connected with the 11th sign of Aquarius rather than the 10th sign of Capricorn. Mercury rules Virgo, and it also rules Gemini, more closely connected with Virgo, being that critical mind. So each one of these Multrikona signs sits in a house, and those houses are what Mick Jagger came here to learn about. Every one of these houses is some aspect of our life. So this the 4th sign of Cancer is in the 3rd house, entrepreneurial success, huge, all about success, very successful. And then we have and performing arts, all of that. Sun rules this 4th house, property, family, learning about family and about what makes him happy, vehicles. Then you have Virgo sitting in the 5th house, children, investments, creativity, all about creativity. Then you have the 7th sign of Libra in the 6th house, conflict in marriage, conflict with his band members. And then a heart condition as well. Heart would be Sun. Then we have the 9th sign of Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter here. 8th house, drama, very lot of drama, on stage, off stage, but also research into adapting a role that he plays when he's on stage. This gives you research into playing different parts like an actor or a politician. 11th sign of Aquarius in the house of career. So all about career. That's big focus. He's very wealthy, but he still loves to create music, to do performances. Mars in the 12th house. This is the house of also being separate in his role when he's on stage, taking on a different persona. This is the house of spiritual growth through letting go of the past. This house has a lot to do with addictions, drugs, sex, rock and roll, so all of that. So now let's look at how the planets are operating. Then we're going to look at when they're operating, and then we're going to look at see what remedies could be effective. So, Sun is probably one of his best planets. It is afflicted by Jupiter, but Sun represents dad, father, got financial support to get music lessons and buy his equipment, start his band from his dad. And then Jupiter gives that influence. Now Jupiter here gives a dramatic flair to his entrepreneurial success. So you have all 4 planets here. So all of them are giving this huge focus on success in his performing arts career. So Moon is at 0 degrees. It's in infant state, so it's said to be weak. It's conjunct Saturn. So Moon is ruling the house of entrepreneurial success in his house of life purpose. Gives and Saturn is hard work. His success comes through his passion. Moon is passion and intuition and hard work. Mars, also close to the most effective point, and malefic, and it is afflicting relationships, and it's creating this ambition to rise high in his career, but also bringing along with it some addiction. It's afflicting Mercury. So drugs, sex, and rock and roll is all about the 12th house. And then, he was arrested, prison, surgery, all of that comes with this house. So Mercury gives ruling this house of happiness through home life, and through this is the house of entertainment and performing creativity. So gives his success through creativity again. A lot music, and then this is also the house of children. So I had children. Venus is at 20 degrees, and it's functional malefic. It is placed in the house of home life. So it brings some conflict. This is the house of conflict into that home life, divorce, into the instability in his home life. But beautiful wives, Venus's wife. 2 marriages, 2 divorces, and then also conflict with his band members as well, Keith Richards. Saturn's at 28 degrees in old age, said to be weak, but gives his career through hard work and service and helping other people. He supports music schools in London, or the London School of Music. Rahu and Ketu, they are close to the most effective point, and so they also afflict the houses they're in, and 5, 7, and 9 houses away. So 6 out of the 12 houses. So giving a lot of ambition. Rahu gives the ambition for entrepreneurial success in the performing arts, and every great musician has a well-placed Rahu. And then Ketu is the aversion to morality, to religion, to the norms of society. So Taurus is at 20 degrees. Now let's go through the timing of events. He was arrested in 1967 during a period where transit Mars was afflicting some other houses in his chart. So And then he had his first child during a Jupiter period or transit period. Then his mom died during a moon period, mom represented by moon, and was knighted in 2003 during a Mercury period of great success. 2006, his dad died. It was real traumatic for him, and son was being afflicted by Mars, end of life. He and his friend committed suicide in 2014. So also Mars was causing some affliction at that point. Then he had heart valve surgery in 2019, also during a Mars influence period. So let's see here at the chart, transit chart. You see when he, April 4th, 2019, when he had the heart transplant. So K2, Rahu afflicting Saturn in the house of death-like experiences. So what can we do to improve this chart? So we can transform the malefics, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Rahu, and K2 by chants and charities. So Venus chants, Lakshmi chants, and helping women. Ganesh chants and helping spiritual organizations. Hanuman or Mars chants, Devata mantra Mars chants, Narasimhaya chants, as well as helping men that are like brothers, giving to men's shelters, homeless shelters. And then Rahu, helping those who cannot help themselves, Shiva chants. And K2, again, Ganesh, and giving to Ganesh chants and giving to spiritual organizations. The rest, Sun, Mercury, Moon, and Saturn, could be strengthened with a kavash containing the Devata yantras for those planets, or you could wear a ruby, an emerald, a blue sapphire, and a pearl. But the kavash is the cheaper way. It's a locket containing those Devata yantras. So thank you for listening. Again, my name is Michael Mastro. If you're interested in a Vedic astrology reading, you can go to vastucreations.com, or if you're interested in learning and becoming certified as a Vedic astrology, we have American Institute of Vastu.com, where you can learn this amazing form of astrology. Thanks for listening. Take care.